Yo, what is up guys? Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that like, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. So Galal Yafai beats down, beats up and stops Sonny Edwards in 6 rounds to win the WBC interim flyweight title. Dominant performance by Galal Yafai. Now I picked him to win. I felt his pressure, his size, his work rate would be a bit too much for Sonny to overcome. Physically, Sonny Edwards is lacking, has always lacked in my opinion, but he's always made up for that with elusive movement, herky-jerky style, very awkward, very tricky, and he's made it work for himself. But I just had the feeling going in that he would lose this fight. Either he'd get outworked and lose on points, or he'd get stopped late. Nevertheless, I actually felt he'd give Galal some trouble. That wasn't the case. Let's just be completely honest. Sonny Edwards basically threw this fight, if we're going to be real about it. His conduct, his body language throughout this fight was off, and that was confirmed in round 2, or at the end of round 2, in between the rounds in the corner, where Sonny literally said to his trainer, "Can I be real with you? I don't want to be here." And of course, after the fight, Sonny Edwards basically announced his retirement. So yeah, he didn't come into this fight with full motivation. He didn't come into this fight with the sufficient amount of confidence and desire. And that shone through in his performance, or lack thereof. And, you know, people get very emotional when a guy says something like that and then announces his retirement. But ultimately, you know, that's just shortchanging the fans. I'm not going to sit here and praise Sonny Edwards at all. In fact, I felt he shortchanged fans, quite frankly. So I'd rather Sonny Edwards stays retired after this fight. You know, he came into this fight not prepared. He came into this fight with the wrong mentality. And that's not what fans want to see. That's not what I want to see, quite frankly. So, you know, again, people get emotional when fighters turn on the mental health card, and he was kind of insinuating that. But, bro, we all have our troubles. We all work hard. A lot of people look forward to these events on the weekend after a hard week, and for Sonny to put in a performance like that is quite embarrassing, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, Galal Yafai did his thing, man. He brought the pressure that I was expecting out of that southpaw stance. What I liked from Galal in this fight, he was using his jab a lot more. Maybe not in the first round. In the first round, he basically ran across the ring and met Sonny Edwards, pushed him back immediately, pushed him back onto the ropes, into the corner, and wailed away. Hooks to the body, hooks to the head, uppercuts through the middle, changing levels with his combinations. It was basically target practice for Galal Yafai right from round 1. And, you know, immediately, Sonny Edwards did not look comfortable. Immediately, Sonny Edwards looked flustered. And Galal Yafai sensed that pretty much from the first combination. Sonny Edwards hit the deck in round 1, or at least it looked like he did. But I think it wasn't caused by a punch, but it goes to show how ruffled he was. And after that disastrous round 1, you know, maybe you was expecting Sonny Edwards to pull out of the boxing, pull out of the movement, try to stick and move and be elusive, but that wasn't the case. Sonny Edwards was just backing up, staying stationary. He was either sitting in the pocket with Galal in centre ring, getting pieced up, getting outlanded, or he'd back up to the ropes, back up into the corner, and try and duck and roll and block shots while parrying and countering. But again, he was just getting himself outworked. And we mentioned this in the pre-fight video. Even Sonny at his best has a horrible habit of sitting on the ropes. And when he does, he gets tagged up. You know, Sonny Edwards at his best was described as a defensive fighter. And yeah, he was good defensively when he was moving. But like we were saying, when he's stationary, he really isn't that great defensively. Shots leak through, you know. And we saw that when Sonny was stationary. He was stationary in all of his fight. And Galal was finding it very easy to land. Just level changing with his punches. You know, sometimes leading with his right hand, his lead hand. Sometimes leading with the left hand, the backhand. And yeah, man, it was just target practice for Galal Yafai. Target practice. You know, Sonny Edwards basically looked like a low-rent sparring partner. That's what he looked like. You know, he tucked up, he tried to tuck up, he tried to counter, And he landed the odd counter shot on Galal Yafai here and there, but as we know, Sonny Edwards can't really bust a grape. Doesn't have a punching power. And that's what it looked like he was trying to do. It just looked like he was trying to land one shot and hope he gets lucky kind of thing. That's what it looked like Sonny was trying to do. But, of course, that was never going to work. Galal Yafai, a much bigger man, much stronger man, against a guy in Sonny who can't punch. So yeah, man, the game plan from Sonny Edwards, well, there wasn't a game plan. There wasn't a game plan. The attitude was terrible. What else can I say? I'm not trying to take away from Galal Yafai because I picked him to win this fight regardless. I picked him to win this fight. But we have to, call a spade a spade. Sonny Edwards went in there with a terrible attitude. And, as far as I'm concerned, he shortchanged the fight fans. That's how I see it. I was looking forward to this fight. I thought it would be competitive. But that wasn't the case. But again, that's not Galal Yafai's fault. He done his job. He came prepared. He came professional. Fit and strong. Threw a lot of punches. Very aggressive. He wanted it a lot more, obviously. And round after round, he was grinding down Sonny Edwards. That's all I can say. And in doing so, he becomes the WBC interim flyweight champion. What's next for Galal Yafai? Well, obviously at flyweight, Kenshiro is the WBC champion. Now, Kenshiro is a very good fighter. Getting him over to England is not going to be easy because, these Japanese fighters make a lot of money when they're fighting in Japan. Galal may have to go to Japan to get that fight, and it's a hard fight. It's a very hard fight, so that would be a great fight to watch, though. Kenshiro is entertaining, he can box, and Galal Yafai likes to come to scrap. That would be a good fight. Galal Yafai versus Kenshiro. That would be a very fan-friendly fight. So, that's the fight I want to see. Kenshiro versus Galal Yafai for the WBC title. That would be a great fight. But anyway, share your thoughts below. What did you make of this fight? Again, Galal Yafai did his thing. I'm interested in the Kenshiro fight. And as for Sonny Edwards, like I said, I think it's best that he's retired, quite frankly, and he shouldn't come back. What he said in between round 2 and round 3, one of the strangest comments I've ever heard a fighter say in a fight. But yeah, there we go. Anyway, share your thoughts below. Beanie Guy Delboy, peace.